Good day, my brothers and sisters. Darren Speaks here with you today, and in this video, I want to read from the back of the Megillah. Brother Day has left a personal note to the reader, and it covers a number of really important things in here about keeping the Megillah in print and other books that he's written in print as well, even after he drops his physical body, and also about information about sharing the Holy Megillah online. And he talks about this here. So I think it's a really good thing that everybody should know about. Maybe you have a Megillah, and I know in the new Megillah, it's in the latest edition. And maybe you didn't see this at the back of the book. So anyway, I'm going to read it to you right now. I think this is something that Brother Day wants everybody to know and understand. And then also to respect his wishes as far as what we do with the Megillah online. So without further ado, I'm going to read this personal note to the reader by Day of Greenleaf, chief translator and first publisher of the English edition of the Holy Megillah. Ha-azinu means give ear, meaning listen attentively. That is the appropriate posture for reading any portion of the Holy Megillah. Treat life itself in such a manner. Also treat this personal note in that manner. When the first printing of the Megillah was done in 1997, I composed a note to the reader on the source of this Bible, in which I made an effort to preserve my anonymity. However, so many people already knew that I was the chief translator that it became evident that I could not preserve my anonymity. Even so, I leave that original note at the front of the Megillah because I like it and it contains good general information. I had a final choice on every single English word of the Holy Megillah, the Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way. I have now given nearly 50 years of unpaid work to complete the translation project, and I am the legal publisher / copyright owner and want to personally communicate a few things to you, the reader, before I leave this body for another great adventure. By the time I inserted this personal note, I was in my 60s, and I wanted to impart the following information to everyone that loves this Nasarean Bible and wants to help keep it available and widely circulated, because the completion of this translation has been for me essentially a lifetime project. Before leaving this incarnation, I want to do what I can make to make sure that the Holy Megillah, the Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, remains A, untampered with, B, always in print, and C, widely circulated. If you are a lover of the Holy Megillah, this note is written to you. It includes my will and intentions in regard to the future circulation of the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, along with information on how you can help. Know first that my primary goal is that the distribution of this Nasarean Bible sparks an interest among the readers to become modern practitioners of the Nasarean religion of the Essene Way. I feel your joy mixed with mine and with the joy of all the Nasarean brothers and sisters, known or unknown to each other, who at all times enjoy a special relationship with one another, and that our mutual desire is to be followers of the Nasarean religion of the Essene Way, as it is described in the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way. In order to keep the Megillah in print and not altered by vampires, and to keep it widely circulated after my current incarnation, I'm inviting all of you, the group you, that consists entirely of sincere lovers of the Holy Megillah, to participate in a group, an affinity group that is exactly what its name declares, the circle of lovers of the Holy Megillah. I also call that group by another term, the Fellowship of Lovers of the Holy Megillah. It is that group that will help carry out the following in regard to keeping the Megillah available and widely circulated after my death. 1. Maintain a legal trust that will keep the Holy Megillah, the Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, in print and widely circulated after I, Day Owen, aka Day of Greenleaf, depart this incarnation. This legal entity will also be charged with keeping in print and readily available my series of books that are related to the Megillah, as well as the home study courses I authored on how to learn and practice Essene Yoga. Essene Yoga refers to the spiritual teachings and practices of the Nasarean religion of the Essene Way as described in the Megillah. That legal entity is not a church, but will be the entity that preserves and distributes the books and related study materials of the Nasarean religion of the Essene Way to interested persons, including any churches or study groups that are based on the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, including but not limited to any congregation of the church that I founded, Nasarean Church of the Essene Way, that may exist in the future. By keeping this legal trust, which is based on the document titled Day's Living Will, a separate legal entity that does nothing else other than the task related to keeping the books, teachings in print and circulated, we intentionally limit the sort of potential legal liabilities that churches and other organizations experience, thereby increasing the likelihood that nothing will stop the Megillah from being available in the untampered with, non-vampired form that I intend. 2. Toward the front of each copy of the Megillah, an invitation to donate to the ongoing fund to keep the Holy Megillah in print and widely distributed will be provided. 3. At least 2 versions of hard copy, paper, not digital, printed editions of the Megillah should be kept in print and available. 1. A deluxe hardback edition that is beautiful work of art and thus costs more to produce and distribute than the paperback edition about to be described. A paperback edition that will be relatively inexpensive to print and so easier for us to distribute for free or at a cost without markup. The paperback edition should include all of the material that is in the hardback edition, and if possible, it is my will that there will be a lot of free distribution of the paperback edition. Each person given a free copy will see the note that appears toward the front of each Megillah that invites readers to make a donation toward future printings. I hope enough donations come in to sustain free distribution of many copies. Besides the paperback edition that includes all of the material that is in the hardback, I am preparing a separate, smaller paperback of key excerpts from the Holy Megillah that book will cost even less to distribute, free of charge, and will interest many persons in reading the Holy Megillah. 4. It is my will, intent, legal instructions, and sincere request that nobody other than myself or my authorized successors, those successors being the legal entity now being described, print hard copies or make or circulate digital copies of the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, or portions thereof, including photos of pages taken by camera. Otherwise, the likelihood of persons tampering with or vampiring my translation will increase, and the strength of the organization I am leaving behind will decrease. I will wait to issue an authorized digital book version, a non-paper version of this Bible that can be downloaded free or cheap from the webpage of this legal entity until the final complete edition has been published. If you know of anyone that has violated this by circulating unauthorized digital versions on the internet, let us know and we will take appropriate action. The authorized digital book version will be available on my webpage once it is available, and that webpage will be maintained by my successors. However, that digital version will not be instead of printing and distributing the previously described hard copy editions. Rather, the digital version is an addition to those hard copy editions. Know this: I prefer to distribute thousands of hard copy or physical paper copies of this Nasarean Bible before offering a digital version, so that were a future world catastrophe, sorry, I'm changing the page here. For example, a large comet strike severe enough to knock out modern technology, including the internet, to happen, there would be enough physical copies of the Megillah in the world to ensure its continued existence. Likewise, if a high-tech police state or controlled the internet came to exist in the future, the Megillah would already be distributed in enough physical copies to survive. Plus, I just prefer the physical copies and hope that even once the digital version is available, persons that love the Megillah will also want to have a beautiful old-fashioned hard copy edition. If interested in participating in the circle of lovers of the Holy Megillah, write to me at my current home address or to the address of my authorized successors after I make the transition to my next incarnation in service to the Lord and Lady. And then it says here, see the last expanded footnote at the back of this Bible for info on how I became the chief translator of the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way. That article describes how I became a modern Essene and some of my early spiritual adventures. Love in all ways, always in love, Day the Yaiyr. Features a picture of Brother Day there. So it's a really important note. He really wants everybody who has a Megillah to be able to know this. It's important stuff. And I think that one of the biggest things here is, obviously, if you love the book and you want to, and you want this to reach other people because you feel its truth resonating in you, you definitely would want to support that. And that's what Letting Your Light Shine is. This is the most amazing book for myself. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be doing it if I had any bad feelings about this book at all. This book is absolutely amazing. So I do support that cause myself. And the other thing is too about we don't want the book to be all cut up and the words twisted around and stuff like that. This book is laid out in such a way, and that's why you're seeing in the videos where I'm careful to talk about the actual meanings of the word. We don't want to start getting other interpretations happening. The way it's laid out, it clearly shows how the meanings, and so we can get a good understanding of what's happening. So he makes it clear that we ourselves are not to take pictures of this book or to make copies of the Holy Megillah and put them online ourselves, either in its completed form or in smaller sections. And just on the note of sharing the Megillah online, because you see me sharing the Megillah online, and the only reason why I'm actually doing this is because Brother Day has came out and said to me that I can share several paragraphs of the Megillah if I'm commenting on it. So that's what I'm doing in these videos, and it's not like part of me would love to be able to read an entire chapter to you, because you do really get a fullness of that. But I'm respecting Brother Day's wishes and just keeping it to several paragraphs, and then I'm making comments on it. And I think it's actually nice bite-sized videos that way. And so I just wanted to put that out there. So if you do get yourself in the Holy Megillah, and you are excited about sharing it, understand that you can read a few paragraphs and then comment on that, but not to be going to, making copies of it or making a whole audio copy of this book. We're going to leave that up to Brother Day and the Essene Church itself to do those things. Anyway, my friends, that's going to be it for this video. This one was a little off track. We were talking about Yah and Yahweh and the creation story, and I'm going to get right back into that, but I thought this was a video just to slide in there. Anyways, blessings to you all, and you guys have a great day.